Out o'er the vales that seem to tread the sky, the eternal snows appear already past, and the first clouds and mountains seem to last. Those attained, we tremble to survey the growing labors of the lengthened way. The increasing prospect tires our wandering eyes. Hills peep o'er hills, and Alps on Alps arise. With those words of Alexander Pope's essay on criticism, I began my remarks the last time I addressed an audience at New Albany High School. The year was 1987. I was valedictorian, and I was delivering an address at commencement. Those lines seemed appropriate for high school seniors who were about to go forth into the world, where they spoke of struggles and achievements, a sense of having reached a goal, and the realization that great things lay ahead. What no one could have known then was how high some of those future mountains would be, how low, how deep their valleys. We could not have foreseen just how breathtaking and how treacherous our paths would be. Yet we went forth confident that we had been prepared well by our teachers. Now more than a quarter century later, I'm speaking as a bulldog once again. And as is so often the case, given the long view of history, I have to say that with regard to our teachers, we had no idea what we were talking about. See, I've been blessed to teach at the middle school, high school, university, community college levels in Missouri, Texas, and Indiana. I've worked with some of the finest teacher educators, teacher leaders from across all 50 states and around the world. And this has given me a different perspective on what we thought were the great teachers in New Albany. Now, it's a common schoolyard appeal for credibility to say, if you don't believe what I'm saying, you can ask my mom. So if you don't believe what I'm about to say, you can ask my mom. She's right over here. She's in robin egg blue. And you can also ask my wife. She's sitting right next to her. For over the years, I have marveled countless times at the sterling education that I received from elementary through high school in New Albany, Indiana. To this day, I can see aspects of slate run 6th grade teacher Irvin Goldstein, Hazelwood math teachers Barbara Cannon and Vern Ratliff, New Albany teachers, John Richardson for English, Bob Douche, of course, who's here today for government, choir director Linda DeRums, not only in my own teaching, but in my life. Because there's not enough time to acknowledge every teacher I've had, believe me, I can remember them all from kindergarten. These have to stand in as representatives of the superlative educators that prepared me for the world. Yet there are those who had a singular effect in helping shape my life. One of those is here today, Mr. Jim Dickman. Jim's a teacher like no other. He captivates imaginations with his stunning mathematical knowledge. He inspires with the raw energy of a live wire. And at least back in the 1980s, I recall, he absolutely killed on the racquetball court. Jim did not have so much students as he had followers. Perhaps that's no surprise, given one of Jim's own teachers, a teacher I was blessed to have as well. You've heard her mentioned many times today. But not only did Alice Rank Heddle nominate me for this honor, she gave direction to my life. As the son of Norman Perkins, 6th grade teacher at Mount Tabor and longtime principal at Galena Elementary, and Patricia Perkins, 4th grade teacher at Mount Tabor, it did not come as a galloping shock to anyone that I would follow in the family trade. But it became my unquestioned goal to teach Latin when I experienced Miss Rank. She inspired in us a love of the Latin that she taught and the Roman culture that produced it. And I was eager to meet her high standards that she set. And it didn't take long before I realized that my desire to teach would be fulfilled by teaching Latin. When Miss Rank retired at the end of my junior year to marry her high school sweetheart, Marcine Halverson took up residence as the Bulldog Latin teacher. And from her I learned skills of pedagogical leadership that I use to this day. In Marcine I found another inspiration, and I'm pleased to say, a colleague with whom I still discuss matters of education as she continues teaching Latin in Illinois. Irvin Goldstein, Barbara Cannon, Vern Ratliff, John Richardson, Bob Douche, Linda DeRums, Jim Dickman, Alice Rank Heddle, Marcine Halverson Fargo. As I think back over these and so many other teachers from my student days in New Albany, I realized just how little I knew when I thought they were preparing me for life. Well, they did that, to be sure. But they also shaped my life much as a sculptor does marble. They were not just teachers. They were artists whose living, breathing works have gone forth inspiring and shaping another generation. If I've been found worthy of inclusion in the New Albany High School Hall of Fame, it is in no small measure because of their work. So to all my teachers, to the Hall of Fame committee, and to my family here today, my mom, Patricia Perkins, my wife, Melissa, our two children, Austin and Olivia, I say, Vobis gratias maximus agro. Thank you so very much.
Steve, for your exemplary life as a student and your strong commitment to the teaching of Latin, carrying on a legacy of great teachers who you mentioned as examples you appreciated, we induct you into the New Albany High School Hall of Fame Class of 2014, and we applaud your many accomplishments and efforts to continue bringing the lessons of the classical world to 21st century students. Congratulations.